I want to take a moment to tell you a quick story about the universality of the Senate. Back in October, Senator Cunningham and I had the good fortune of accompanying the governor on a trade mission to Japan. We spent that trip either in meetings learning about clean energy and quantum computing or in the back of a van being shuffled between those meetings. It was rainy and overcast almost the entire 2.5 days we were there, a dream vacation. But on the final morning, Senator Cunningham and I found ourselves up and out at about 7 a.m. We had some time to kill, and there was a break in the weather. So we decided to walk to the National Diet Building, the home of Japan's legislative branch. Now, the first door we came to was that of the Japanese House of Representatives. We approached, we asked about tours or seeing the building, and the Japanese House promptly turned us away. True story. Undaunted, we continued on. The next door we came to belonged to the upper chamber, the House of Councilors, Japan Senate. And let me tell you, they could not have been more welcoming. We got the full tour. I came away thinking, hoping that there is some welcoming universality to senates everywhere as a place where differences and conflicts are set aside so that we can come together to do the people's business. And now, to hold up my end of the bargain, I'd like to welcome all of you to the new and improved Senate chamber. We have been gone for nearly 2.5 years. On behalf of the Senate, I want to congratulate Capitol Architect Andrea Eggert, Mark Flowers, and the army of men and women whose extraordinary craftsmanship produced this stunning chamber. Of note, the stained glass skylight was in this chamber when the Senate first met here in January of 1877. It was destroyed in a fire in the 1930s, and now it is back. And I'm also advised that the women's facilities received long overdue upgrades. Governor Pritzker, thank you for being here and opening today's ceremony again. I've told you we'd eventually have a normal inauguration, and this one is pretty darn close. I want to take a moment to thank Communications Director Brandy Renfro and her inauguration team, LIS, the pages, the volunteers, and the custodians. The pages, volunteers, and custodians who moved heaven and earth and a lot of furniture to get us back into this chamber and make today's ceremony possible. I am once again humbled and honored to receive the support of my colleagues to serve in this post. Thank you. My commitment to you is that I will strive each day to do my best to live up to the responsibilities and trust you have placed in me. And congratulations to Leader Curran. I appreciate your leadership and look forward to continuing to work with you in the session ahead. I want to thank Senator Murphy, Senator Kaler, Senator Villi-Vollum for their kind words, and especially I want to thank my seatmate and my legislative neighbor back home, Majority Leader Kimberly Lightford. I am humbled. I'm humbled to have your support and look forward to working with you to another great and productive session working with all of you. I want to thank Tiffany Mathis Posey for gracing us with her voice. Thank you. Rabbi Shoshana Conover and Imam Saeed Pawala, thank you very much for the invocations. My friend and neighbor, Dr. Marshall E. Hatch, we're looking forward to the benediction at the end. Thank you. I also want to recognize several guests who have joined us today. The Honorable Kwame Raoul, Attorney General of the State of Illinois. The Honorable Michael Frericks and his bride, our treasurer. Nice to see you both. Once a senator, always a senator. Good to have you in the chamber. Thank you, Justice Mary Kay O'Brien, for administering the oath not only to me, but to all of the members being sworn in today. Thank you, Justice. It's a privilege to honor or welcome the mayor of the city of Springfield, the Honorable Misty Busher. Thank you very much for being here. I have my Harmon support group here today. My wife Terry is here, and our daughter Frances representing herself and her two siblings. My family is the foundation of any good decision I may make. So now let's turn our attention to all of you, the members of the Illinois Senate. Congratulations. Give yourselves a well-deserved round of applause. Now, we each took different paths to get here, but here we are. Now, for some of you, this is a welcome return to this grand chamber. For others, it's the first time you have been here. I invite you all to take it in. I hope you will appreciate that fewer than 1,500 people in the history of our great state have ever held the title Illinois State Senator, and now you will forever be listed among them. So whether you've been here for 30 years or 30 minutes, you are an Illinois State Senator. We're all in this together, and if you've read media clips or financial reports, it might be a tough year ahead. We will face stressful moments. So I am challenging myself and everyone here to be the better leaders of our state, to treat everyone with decency and respect, and to let that shine through our work. Now, as your Senate President and the presiding Midwestern dad of the chamber, let me offer some thoughts on achieving that resolution. First, treat your neighbors well. Look to your left, look to your right. Your seatmates, the members of our caucuses, they're your neighbors in the Senate. Your time here will be much more pleasant if you are good to them. Take a new lawmaker under your wing. Co-sponsor a piece of legislation. Take a colleague out for a cup of coffee to celebrate a legislative win or to console them after a tough defeat. Remember that your neighbors in this chamber are some of the only people in Illinois who can relate to what you're going through. The Senate is an active laboratory for coalition building. Forge those bonds and look out for one another. Now I want you to look a little farther. Look across the aisle separating the partisan caucuses. The senators sitting on the opposite side of the room are here for the same reason you are. They want to serve Illinoisans and make our state a better place. We'll often disagree about how to reach our goals. We will often become passionate when advocating for our causes, but we will all be more productive and do more good if we remember that our political counterparts are also our neighbors. We can disagree without being disagreeable. Look even farther. Expand your view out of this building entirely. Each of us represents a district with at least 216,119 neighbors. Your presence in this chamber means that a majority of the voters in your district that you represent agree with you politically. But you came here to represent the ones who didn't vote for you too. Your neighbor's the volunteer who knocked on hundreds of doors for you in the fall. Your neighbor is also the person who supported your opponent. Your neighbors may not look, eat, love, or pray the same way you do, but you are here in Springfield to be their voice. And remember that while you cannot make every constituent happy, you can serve every constituent well. Next, stay humble. No matter how strong a sense of humility you have, being in Springfield will challenge it. People will offer you meals, drinks, and coffee. People will hold open doors for you. People will let you go in line in front of them. There are people in this town whose job description includes puffing up your ego. You even get a special license plate. But you run into trouble when you start to believe you are owed any of these things. Your one vote is just as important as anyone else's, KG veteran or green rookie. But your one vote is only as important as everyone else's. And it's important to remember. Try as you might, you cannot pass a bill with only one vote. Work with those neighbors I mentioned earlier. The voters sent you to Springfield with a great responsibility of representing them in the Senate. Hold on to the values that inspired you to seek office, and remember that you answer to your constituents. Finally, be kind. I've often described the Senate as a family. We certainly spend enough time together. As in any family, when tensions get high, relationships can be strained. When two people equally passionate about a topic find themselves adamantly opposed to one another, tempers can flare. Don't let them. Don't let your words in a heated moment diminish the valuable work you've come here to do. Because at the end of the day, we're all here because we love this state, the people who call it home, and we want what's best for them. We can't do this job on our own. We need all of our neighbors. And so don't forget a please and a thank you for the people who keep this building running, our excellent staff. They, like everyone else, deserve kindness and respect. They deserve to be treated like the professionals that they are. We are 59 people individually, yet collectively we are chosen to represent all of the people of Illinois. We come from many different places. And you don't have to travel halfway across the world to learn just how much we have in common. So may the universality of the Senate, the camaraderie, shared sense of purpose guide us in this chamber through these next 2 years. Thank you for placing your trust in me to lead us through the next chapter. Thank you for your service to the people of the great state. The Illinois Senate is now in session. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to keep up to date with news from the caucus. For more information on what I'm working on, please follow me on social media using the links in the description below.